Hi, I'm Tony Fleming, and this is Fleming's Ultimate Garage. Hey, Roy, thanks for joining us on today's video. Listen, I don't care if you love muscle cars, sports cars, or luxury cars, or whatever. The Rolls Royce is always, that other car is the Rolls Royce of whatever. Or the Big Mac is the Rolls Royce of hamburgers. It's just, this car is iconic for a reason. We're gonna walk around, we're gonna look at some of the details of the car, but what I wanna get into this is, the reason you need to know why this is such a great car and why it's such a cool car to own is that everything on this car, I shouldn't say everything, but virtually everything on this car is handmade. You have no idea the amount of effort that it takes to get one of these cars built and why today's modern Rolls Royces can cost $400,000. $400,000. People's homes don't even cost $400,000. This car here, circa 1991, the window sticker's in the window over here. We have a copy of it as well on the website. Maybe you saw it, okay? $171,000 in 1991. Do you have an idea? That's just straight out of the 80s. I mean, really very expensive. I'm gonna tell you why it's so expensive, and then you'll know why. And if you've ever driven one, you'll know why people buy them, because they are absolutely like driving in a vault. Every piece of this car is engineered, it's over-engineered, meaning it has redundant systems to back up the systems, and it just rolls down the road like a Rolls. And it just rolls down the road so beautifully with so much elegance and so much power, great brakes, incredible suspension, ridiculous interior, and whatever. So you can say, okay, well, a lot of luxury cars have really nice paint like this car does, Tone. You know, it has really nice leather and wood. Yeah, they all have all that stuff, right? But they're stamped by some machine with no personality and what have you, and I'm not knocking those other cars, but this right here is a handcrafted piece of individualism. You can call up, order your Rolls Royce, and you can specify the pinstripe if you want this top color red and you want the bottom color pink. You tell them what you want, they build it, they build the car. So it starts out as a flat piece of steel, right? One guy takes this section right here. Now keep in mind, this is one piece, okay? He hand beats that around a form until he gets this crease perfect, the fender left just right, okay? Then they make the hood, then they make the doors, okay? One guy hand makes the grill and signs the inside of it. This is known, you know, this is the Flying Lady, and it's spring loaded so that people can't break it off because they're known for being broken. Okay, that way nobody steals it from you. But its elegance is amazing. This car in particular, first off, 28,900 miles on this car, okay? It is around a little over 1,000 miles a year, 1,400 miles a year driven on this car, which is, first off, incredible. Secondly, it's a collector piece. The great thing about these is they're like worth the same forever, and the reason why they're worth the same forever, and there's no such thing as an $8,000 Rolls Royce, is because as the new cars come out, it brings these cars up with them, because nobody can, well, I shouldn't say nobody. Not everybody can afford a $400,000 Rolls Royce, all right? I love this color. This is an awesome car. It's the only one we've ever seen. It may be the only one of its kind, okay? Because keep in mind, they only built 1,600 of these for a 10-year run. 1,600, that's, you know, 150 of these a year, baby, that they built. 150, and I'm talking about worldwide. There could be 10 of these or 15 of these in the US. So come on up here and check this out. It's a triple white car. It has beautiful, I mean, beautiful white paint. The problem is white on white does not show up so well, so you really can't see it. But it is really, I mean, virtually flawless white paint. Spectacular. All right, so even like the glass is beautiful. This blacked out, look how nice and black this is. I'm showing you stupid stuff like this, but we're talking about stainless steel screws that are used. This black mesh is beautiful, okay? The marker lights, the chrome and the stainless. You walk around this car and you go, wow, this thing is really spectacular. The vinyl top is really nice. And as we walk around, I mean, it is just an incredible piece of engineering. Independent rear suspension, powerful V8, little things like this magnetic catch for the Rolls Royce cover for the door locks. Silver Spur 2 call out, and you know, we normally rev the cars up so you can hear how loud they are. This car here, we're gonna rev up and you're gonna see how quiet it is. That's one of those kind of cars. Anyway, so let's kind of finish. We're walking around for a second. Fresh set of Michelins on this car, okay? It's a 2-owner car. We know the last owner had it for quite a long time. We've got some service records, we've got books, we've got keys, we've gone through the whole car, fixed a couple things that weren't working properly, and now what you have is just a really, really spectacular piece. Listen to that. Look inside this car. Look at this. Do you have any idea the amount of effort it takes to take this piece of wood, match it to this piece of wood, inlay this tiny piece of wood, and then inlay this piece of wood like that? You look at it so casually and you go, oh, that's beautiful. But the reason it's so beautiful is because of the effort that it takes to do something like that. The contrast, the matching white stitching in here, the red bezels in leather, okay? Leather that match the piping in the seats. Have you ever seen an ashtray polished like that before? No. Look at the speakers, the way they're buried inside the doors there. These right here, check this out. Check out those picnic tables. They are spectacular, handmade picnic tables with burl surrounds as well inside. This thing is just amazing. One other thing too, I just want to show you guys real quick. How cool is this? Power rear seats. 1991, man, power rear seats. You can lay back and relax a little. All right, check this out. Come on inside for just a little bit closer. Look at this. Look at this headliner. How beautifully done it is. This is kind of cool too. This has this fold down armrest, and this is all covered in leather. Keep in mind, leather everywhere, right? But inside of it is a place for a phone jack, another piece of wood inside here. Look at the way the lighting lights up the door panels. Everything closes nicely. Everything fits well. Gosh, it's such a nice car. Okay, let's check out the inside for a second. Okay, so this is pretty cool. These floor mats right here, these are sheepskin floor mats on top of Wilton wool carpets. These are not regular carpets that you get in a normal car. These are wool carpets. I know. What? So this is all original, okay? Look at the binding around here, how elegant it is. Okay, so this is Connelly leather. We've talked about Connelly leather before, but let me tell you the big thing about Connelly leather is, first off, the cows are grown in a different place so they don't get nicks on their skin from the barbed wire. The reason why is each hide is inspected for marks, and they're matched up with another hide so that they can make this entire interior of this car. The door panels are covered in leather, seating surfaces, the console, the dash, all these things are covered in leather, and you don't want to have blemishes on the leather. Again, we're back to the wood. Look at this right here. This piece is different from this piece, and this piece is different from that piece. All done by hand, all inlaid. These are called organ pull vents. If you could feel these, they're like pulling butter through a heated tube. Watch. I can do this all day, all day. You guys have a minute? Because I'm going to keep doing this. Huh? How you doing? All right, this is kind of cool too, because these are not plastic vents. Every car in the world has plastic vents. These are solid metal vents. They move around with just such precision. Now, the standard stack here, and this is kind of cool about this car, is really this car is entirely original. Okay, we're doing this video in 2012. So this car is 21 years old, and it's all original, right? Here's the original AM/FM cassette. It had a CD player in it. Believe it or not, CDs are kind of just coming out at that time. And this was probably a very expensive item for its day. It has power seats on both sides, and the seats have an incredible amount of range and motion and adjustments. Power mirrors are over there. Okay, then it also has heated seats, way ahead of its time. Okay, memory seats for both sides. 4 people, different memories for each seat. I don't know how many people are going to ride in your car, but if you're taking people regularly, those are really nice. This is kind of cool because this is a storage console, but it rolls up and has this gorgeous leather piece made as well. Okay, power mirrors. I mean, just you can light up the roof separately. Check that out. Phone from the 90s. Hello, how are you? All right, so as we move around, you know, they've done a nice job keeping it sporty as well. A gorgeous clock, outside temperature gauge with a full set of gauges right here. 150 mile an hour speedometer. These are very powerful cars, and they really, although they're very heavy, make an enormous amount of power and really roll down the road really well. I don't know, I just keep going on and on about this car. It's just so gorgeous and smells so beautiful inside. It's just really, really nice. Okay, so how about I do this for you? How about I start it for you so you can hear what it sounds like? Because a lot of times we rev them up, as I said before, to see how loud they are. We'll rev this one up to see how quiet it is. All right, let's take a peek under here for a second. Okay, this is a really important part of the car because this really does show the low mileage and care that this car's had. I need you to come on in just a little bit to see this, and I'll tell you why. Look at the details of the decals and stickers that are all still in place. The fact that you can see all the individual components. It isn't blasted with black paint. The original decals and stuff are right over here, how it's approved for import. Just, you guys have to see some of this stuff. It is really, really impressive. This right here, check out this lining. This is actually the insulation that they put on these cars, and I have to tell you, it's nicer than some interiors of other cars. And this is just to keep the car quiet because that's what they're selling. Fuel injected V8, almost 7 liters of size, plenty of power, and more importantly, tons of torque. It's like a freight train when this thing rolls down the road. It accelerates nicely, it keeps on going. And I have to tell you that when you drive these cars, I thought at first that people wouldn't really like these cars. They would think that you were snotty or whatever. It's absolutely the complete opposite. People go crazy over these things. They love them. They give you your parking space. You know, you flip your turn signal on, they back off to let you in. I mean, it is the nicest welcoming of any car I've ever driven is when I drive these cars. People love them. They have great questions about them, and they don't feel like, you know, you're driving a $600,000 car because it kind of fits in today's style and it looks cool, but it's still so elegant. So anyway, this is an important part. I wanted you to see that 4-wheel disc brakes, special fully adjustable auto ride control. You can set it for firm or soft or whatever. You can raise and lower the car. Obviously air conditioning, 4-wheel disc brakes. It goes on and on. And this car here is showing all its original parts, and it makes it a really cool collector piece, not to mention the really low mileage. There's lock. There is now unlocked. There we go. Okay. All right. So I left some of the stuff in here because I wanted you to see it. Okay. It comes with sheepskin seat covers. They're like brand new, still wrapped in plastic. Okay. We can put those on for you if you want. Just let me know if you want them on the seats. But I wanted to be able to show off the interior so you could see that. Okay. This right here is an extra trim ring. Somewhere along the line, you may get a ding in the trim ring. You might want to put that on. Okay, this is a car cover. It's been on the car forever. That's probably why it looks so beautiful. And then in here is just a couple little like gaskets and things like that that somebody's had some service on. And this right here, this is kind of cool. Check this out. All right, this right here was made especially for Rolls-Royce. It's just a really nice kind of cigar box, decals, stuff like that you could put. Maybe you want to put your service records in. It's made of cedar. It smells really good. Look how nice this trunk is. I mean, the trunk is really spectacular. Here is a leather care system that came with the car. And then under here is another piece of just fabulousness, and just everything is here. Here's the battery if you want. It's right here. This is, if you wanted to, you could have the service stamped and etched into here. They'll offer you that as well. I mean, just ridiculous, but very, very nice. And then back here, okay, is the electronics for the sound system, the jack, spare, all that stuff. All that's right in there. The tools, I mean, the tool kit. Obviously, that's not the spare tire. But anyway, so all the electronics are there. Okay, check this out. Another set of keys. How's that? Huh? There you go. And in a couple of different languages for worldwide production. Okay. But look how nicely everything fits. And keep in mind, all this stuff's done by hand. All by hand, not some machine stamped this out. Just really, really nice, okay? As we close up the video on this car here, you're talking about a triple white Rolls, a car that's roughly a little over 1,000 miles a year it's been driven, and spectacular. It's powerful, it's good looking, it's not ridiculously priced, it's amazing. Matter of fact, the banks love to finance these cars because the value that they hold over time. So they have great resale value. And as I run down the list of things that are on here, I mean, original $171,000 window sticker, got in 1991. And today's Rolls could be close to $400,000. So you can see, while this car priced at this with 28,000 original miles on it, makes it really, really spectacular. So all the wood inlays that we looked at, I don't know, man. I gotta tell you, it's the world's greatest luxury car. If you can find a way to get this car in your life, you need to do it while you can. Call us, 301-816-1000, and we'll tell you all about it.